Hi, welcome to Urban Goes Green for another week. And today we have Katie here from the Australian Institute of Landscape Architecture. Thanks for coming in. And you say that as the abbreviation is AILA, is that right? Yeah, so we've got some exciting news to announce about a collaboration between AILA and urban reforestation, but we'll get to that later. Firstly, maybe a good place to start is to ask you, what is AILA? What is it about, and what do you exist to achieve?
Yeah, well, the Australian Institute of Landscape Architects is a national organisation. We have about 4,000 members. Their expertise ranges from designing open space, parks, residential design, rooftop gardens. We have a broad skill base with our members. We've recently, Nationals has been working on green infrastructure and creating their principles for our members. So that involves
No, that's okay. What you're getting at there is the green paper by the state government.
Yes.
Has just you've actually just done a submission back to them. So it's a really interesting document talking about how landscape architecture actually responds to climate change, and I find that really fascinating because to a layperson, I think that and maybe lots of people think landscape architecture is about making something look pretty or, purely an aesthetic thing or that kind of thing. But reading your submission to the state government, it's actually it's got so many multi-functions to it. So basically, what did that outline, and how do you see an association like AILA responding to climate change?
Yeah, well, we basically wanted them to understand that if they're going to increase density in our urban environments and population is going to increase, it's very important that our urban environments include public open space, parks, and green plants. Those things are very important to reduce heat island effect, and the water can then infiltrate into the ground, so it helps our waterway systems. It also gives people a place to socialise and gather, and improves the aesthetics of the city. So that's pretty much our...
Yeah, it's such a multifunctional area, and I think it's an exciting time for landscape architecture in cities. And I think a lot of the reason why urban reforestation is here is to achieve lots of those things. So AILA and urban reforestation have been chatting a little bit, and there's a couple of things coming up. One of them is we actually have to move our garden from the waterfront, which is down there in Victoria Harbour, to a central area of Victoria Harbour. And so we've been talking about a potential collaboration. So how do you see that working, Katie?
Told Emily we probably put a call out to our members and see if they're willing to help in the design, so improving the aesthetics, and we can also assist in understanding what sort of budget you're looking at for that, and just helping you with the design. It would be exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So it's 1,000 square metres of land, and there's such a great opportunity to create a really beautiful place that raises awareness of urban gardening, but more than that, sustainable living in the city. So we're very excited about that. And the other thing is, in a couple of weeks' time, on the 8th of September, AILA, Urban Reforestation and Vic Urban, it's a collaborative effort. Well, AILA's actually hosting it, an event, and it's called it's AILA Cultivate. And it's on urban food production. So could you tell everyone a little bit about that and how it will work and who's coming on the night? And then we can give details about exactly when it is and what time.
So it is in a couple of weeks, September 8th, and we have 4 presenters. Well, the first will be someone from Urban Reforestation talking about their work and their initiatives, and then we have Trevor Budge, who was previous president of Planning Institute of Australia, and he's also lecturer for La Trobe University. and he'll talk about some work he's done for the Victorian Government Food Security and work he does in planning. And then we also have Jane Shepherd from our MIT. She's going to talk about her work with landscape architect students and some of the studies and research they've been doing there. Then we have finish off with Andrew Partos from Vic Urban. He's going to talk about a really good project they've done called Meridian, where they've put in urban food production into their streetscapes and counted community gardens in a residential development.
I've heard about that project. It sounds like a really exciting one. So, what's the time and you say the time and those details, and then I'll say the address. And then
Well, it starts at 5:45 in the garden, so we'll have drinks there and start talking about the community garden here at Urban Reforestation. And then about 6 p.m. we'll move back here to the Eco Centre and follow on with the presentation.
Okay. So the exact details are that they're all on the website, but the garden's located on Victoria Harbour, which is on the North Wharf. And then if you get lost and you can't find that, if you lose the map of on the way, just come to 71 Merchant Street, and that's where the Eco Centre is. And I think it's going to be a really lovely evening. So it's exciting that we're working together, and I hope that we can really achieve some really special things for Melbourne.
Yes.
And that's it for today. So thank you so much for coming.
Thanks
and
for having us. I think everyone's really excited about this event, so
good.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it'll be really good. So we're that's it for today, and we'll see you next week. And thank you. Ciao.